All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Jarn's Recreational Sports Talk. For today's episode, we're going to be going over last week's picks. I took the Spurs and Pacers game in Paris, game 1, and I also went with the Lakers and Celtics 10:30 at night game. Our first pick was the Spurs and Pacers game out in Paris, France. My pick was Spurs +3. The line ended up changing to +2.5. Another pick that I also had was Wembanyama points and rebounds. Both of these picks hit. We smashed this game. The Spurs ended up winning outright by 30 points. The score was 140 to 110. Wembanyama played the most minutes of the game. He had the most points of the game, 30 points, and he had the most rebounds of the game. He had 11 rebounds. The last matchup where the Pacers played the Spurs were actually favored by 6.5 points, and the Spurs won that game outright as well. Chris Paul got absolutely shit on. The only thing he really did was pass the ball. He had 8 assists. After halftime, the Spurs' probability of winning never dipped below 50%. And then after the third quarter had ended, the Spurs never dipped below 99% chance to win. So the whole fourth quarter, they were just cruising on by, just trying to finish the game. Another interesting stat for the Spurs-Pacers game 1 in Paris was that although the Spurs are shooting 35% from three-point field goal range, they shot 50% in Paris. Now, the other game that we went over last week was the late slate Lakers and Celtics game. Now, we absolutely missed all of my picks for this. I went with Celtics money line, Anthony Davis points, and Anthony Davis rebounds. We missed all of them. The Lakers ended up winning that game 117 to 96. All the data that I spoke about in the previous episode all leaned towards the Lakers spread. However, I ignored all of that and I went with the Celtics money line. Now, I made these picks for the Celtics and Lakers game a few nights prior. The night before the Lakers played the Celtics went and played the LA Clippers. The LA Clippers took the Celtics into overtime with no James Harden and no Norman Powell. The Celtics did end up winning that game, but it should have never went into overtime and they should have won by a lot more points. If I had watched that game, I 100% would have went with the Lakers spread. However, that is neither here nor there. I ended up picking the Celtics money line and we missed. The other two props that we went with were Anthony Davis points, Anthony Davis rebounds. Both of those missed as well. Anthony Davis's line for points was set at 26.5. He ended up only scoring 24 points, and his line for rebounds that game was set at 12.5. He only had 8 rebounds. LeBron had all the rebounds in this game. He ended the game with 14 rebounds, so you can see how Anthony Davis and LeBron kind of switched roles. Anthony Davis had more points while LeBron had more rebounds. That is it for the recap of last week's NBA picks. We ended up hitting Spurs spread and we hit on Wemby props, but we lost Celtics money line, 80 points and 80 rebounds. We ended up going 2 for 5, which is not the best. I'm going to do some more NBA videos soon. We have the Super Bowl coming up in 2 weeks from today. We're going to talk about the Chiefs and the Eagles Super Bowl 57 rematch happening in 2 weeks. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to continue to put videos out there. Please keep watching them. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. Let's maybe start an argument. Give me a hot pick. I'll tell you mine. Let's argue about it. Let's do it. Thank you.